You pay your card in full, every month. Never a cent of interest. You think you're beating them, using their card, taking their points, paying them nothing. There's a word the industry uses for people like you. They call you a deadbeat. Not as a compliment, as a complaint. Because even when you pay on time, even when you never touch the interest, they already made money off you. You just never saw the hand in your pocket. Credit card companies make money three ways. 1. Interest, if you carry a balance, at an average rate now around 22%. 2. Fees, late, annual, over limit. And 3, the one you never see, interchange, a cut of roughly 2% they take from every purchase you make, paid by the store on every swipe, whether you pay your bill or not. That third one is why paying on time doesn't make you free. It just makes you a little cheaper. Not free, cheaper. Americans now owe over $1.2 trillion on credit cards. At that average, 22%. That's the loud business, the one everyone warns you about. But the quiet business, that little 2% skimmed off every transaction in the entire country, might be the more brilliant one. Because it never makes the news and it never stops. Keep your eye on that 2%. It sounds far too small to matter. That's exactly why it works. Start with Visa and Mastercard. And here's the twist most people never get. They don't lend you a single dollar. They don't take on your debt. They don't care if you pay. They just own the road. Every time anyone, anywhere taps a card, that 2% gets skimmed and split. Most to the bank that issued the card, a slice to the network. 2% sounds like nothing, but run every purchase in America through it. Groceries, gas, rent, that coffee, and Visa and Mastercard became two of the most profitable companies on the planet without lending a cent or taking a single ounce of risk. They didn't build a bank. They built a toll booth on money itself. But I get cash back, you say. 2% back on everything. I'm winning. Okay, where do you think that cash back comes from? The same interchange. The store pays its 2%, then quietly raises its prices to cover it, for everyone. Including the person paying with cash, who gets no points at all. So the man paying cash and the person with the basic card are quietly subsidizing the airline miles of the person with the platinum one. Rewards were never a gift. They're bait, engineered to make you swipe more and to make you feel like the house is somehow losing. The house does not lose. The house wrote the rules and printed the points. Now the feast. Interchange is just the appetizer. The real money, the fortune, is interest. The industry splits you into two types. Transactors, who pay in full, that's you, the deadbeat, and revolvers, who carry a balance. Revolvers are where that 22% turns into a money printer. So everything about the card is quietly engineered to move you from one column to the other. The minimum payment line that whispers you only owe $30. The credit limit increase you never asked for. The one-tap checkout built to make spending frictionless and forgettable. And the moment you finally slip, late fees. Regulators tried to cap them at $8 in 2024, and a court struck the cap down in 2025. So the fees came right back. The machine has very good lawyers. So here's the honest math, laid flat. Pay on time. You still hand them about 2% of everything you buy, forever. Carry a balance? You hand them a fifth of it every year. Look for the version where the house loses. It isn't on the table. The only thing you actually get to choose is how much you lose. That's what deadbeat really means. It isn't an insult. It's a quiet admission that the best you can possibly do is lose the least. The card was never a convenience they handed you out of kindness. It's a revenue tool, and you carry it in your pocket, swipe it 1,000 times a year, and thank them for the points. Think about what that little rectangle actually is. Not plastic. The most sophisticated behavioral machine ever slipped into a wallet. It doesn't really want your money. Money is a one-time thing. It wants your habit. Because a habit pays 2% forever. That's the real product they built. Not a card. A reflex. The little tap you do without thinking 1,000 times a year for the rest of your life. And there's one number that decides how deep into this machine you get pulled, what rate you're offered, what limit, what trap. Your credit score. And it is not the number you think it is. I took the whole thing apart. It's right there. And obviously, cartoon dog, not a financial advisor. Spend accordingly. This is Wall Street Cooper. Class is back in session.